Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your live watch on a Friday practice one in the Japanese Grand Prix. Big up to every single one you live and locks in this morning. Much appreciated. Now, if you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button now? I've never done one of these before, so yeah, this is the first time that I've ever done a Formula One live watch on, but I am excited to see how Yuki Tsunoda gets on in his very first session, in the Red Bull and in general, yeah, just to watch the practice in general. But big up to every single one of you like locked in this morning. Much appreciated. If you're new to our YouTube channel, then why not consider hitting the subscribe button as I upload plenty of Manchester United content on this YouTube channel. I mean, my F1 channel, I am not able to stream on that yet because I've not hit 50 subscribers. So, yeah, instead, this is why I'm doing that on this channel instead. Yeah, so once we get up to 50 subscribers, I can start doing streams on my F1 channel, which will be good. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull. Let's see if he lands the minerals in FP1, as the spotlight is going to be on him. Also, he's going to be on Liam Lawson as well, because what's his response going to be after losing his Red Bull seat? He's going to want a strong response, isn't he, people? Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. But we will wait and see what happens. Practice sessions, they are a bit artificial at times. You can't really tell what's going to happen in the practice sessions, but it's important because then you can gather data for qualifying, can't you? Let's get the narrative right here. So yeah, all the key data, is key to gather much data as you can. So where your car is. One thing's for sure, my team Ferrari need a very, very strong weekend. Our performances recently nowhere near sustainable. As a Ferrari fan, I am absolutely fuming the way we started the season, but we have an opportunity to put it right now with these upgrades. We've rushed the upgrades. Whether it's going to pay off, I have absolutely no idea, because Ferrari needs to do something. Their season is falling apart. So we need to try something, people. Otherwise, it's just not sustainable if we keep doing what we're doing. Because, yeah, our season will be in the bin fast before we say, but, then you may as well write this campaign off. At the moment, the car just looks like it's a bit slow. 23 seconds off the McLaren's last race. What on earth is that all about, Scuderia? Seriously. Real talk, what on earth is that all about? But the practice is just about to get underway now as the intro's just on the TV. Now, obviously, I've not got the sound on because I don't want to get done for copyright at the end of the day. But yeah, let's see what the weather conditions like. So far, I think weather-wise, it's going to be an okay-ish weekend. Of course, Mercedes, their car isn't exactly the quickest, but George Russell has done superb. P2 twice, that's unbelievable. P3 twice in 2 races. Trying to say, he's got P3 twice. Unreal, unbelievable. But obviously, Japan, Suzuka, this is one of my favourite circuits, definitely in my top 5. Literally, spoon corner. But if you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? Also, please subscribe as well to my F1 channel. Link is in the title. And yeah, very close to 50 subs now. If we can get that up to 50 subs, we can start doing live streaming on that channel. So yeah, but link is in the title. It's also in the description and pinned on top of the live chat, and in the description to this video is my channel membership. Yes, I have a level 1 and level 2 membership. So why not consider becoming a channel member today? If I put that pinned on top of the live chat, let's wait and see. No, not yet. So I'm going to pin that on top of the live chat now. Oh, I forgot. I've not added that in. Okay, but there we go. We'll pin that on top of the live chat, people. Pins, there we go. Oh, wow, look at that. There's Spoon Corner, I think. They're just shown now. But what I like about these circuits, this is proper old school circuit. If you make a mistake, you're in the gravel. There's no second chances at the end of the day, is there? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. But, yeah, big up to every single one of you who's currently watching this morning. Much appreciated. I said some of you thinking, you're insane doing a practice session. But it's something I've never done before, so I'm excited to see how this goes. And if you are an F1 fan, let me know down below in the live chat which team you support. I'm a Ferrari fan, I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, I'm an Ollie Behrman fan because one of my subscribers knows him and, yeah, he used to talk to him quite a bit. So David Croft and Jack Kilner up in the commentary box. The sunshine is out in Suzuka. Now, obviously, yep, there he is, Yuki Tsunoda. And I gotta say, that one off Red Bull livery looks absolutely amazing. It really does. I mean, you know, I'm not Red Bull's biggest fan, but fair play. They deserve credit. They really do for that livery. That's absolutely unbelievable. But Liam Lawson back in the racing balls now. Going to be interesting to see how he gets on. What is it going to do to his confidence? You know, losing his seat at Red Bull after just 2 races. I mean, wow, this sport can be very brutal. But we all know Red Bull, you know, are absolute run-ins at times. So but now it's like they finally come to the right decision promoting Yuki Tsunoda, it looks like. But literally, they got egg on their face because they knew they should have done it already. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. Out comes the Ferraris out on track. My driver, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Let's see how the Ferrari handles. Of course, you know, I'm watching with the sound off because I don't want to get done for copyright, but the pit lane's now open, the light's gone green, and the 1 hour session is now underway. So, yep, Yuki Tsunoda, obviously in the Red Bull, the number 22. So, yep, the Japanese crowd are going to go wild. Now he's in the Red Bull. This is his chance to show why Red Bull should have promoted him in the first place instead of like promoting Liam Lawson straight away, who was clearly not ready at the end of the day. But they decided to promote him anyway. It's like, what the fuck, man? Seriously. I'm real talk. What are we doing here? But, yep, the countdown started. Currently on 59 minutes remaining in the session. Of course, it's only just got underway. But sometimes it can be a bit delayed, say it's like red flags, yellow flags, etc. Because the red flag usually does hold things up. But the thing is, and here's a red flag, you can lose out on some crucial running and crucial mileage. But I gotta say, that white Red Bull looks absolutely amazing in the Suzuka sunshine. It really does at the end of the day. Obviously, the Red Bull is using the softs. Yuki Tsunoda, there he is, currently doing an out lap. Yuki Tsunoda replaces Liam Lawson for the rest of the season. We'll wait and see, because you never know with this team, do you? Like how brutal they are. You never know. It's like he's going to be under pressure, no doubt about it. That he's going to have to deliver on the results, otherwise Red Bull will have him dropped as well, which I don't want that, because I really like Yuki Tsunoda, because I've got a Yuki Tsunoda AlphaTauri cap when they're called AlphaTauri. Obviously now they're called Racing Bulls. Lando Norris is about to come out onto the track. The McLaren, which to me, that McLaren car at the moment just looks on absolute rails at the end of the day. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. I mean, it just looks so fast. It kind of reminds me of the 2020 Mercedes and the 2023 Red Bull, but the Japanese crowd are all standing for Yuki Tsunoda as he's about to start a flying lap now. Yeah, but he's done his warm-up lap as the sparks are coming off the Red Bull. As this is what these ground effects cars do. They do spark. The suspension and that. Here he is, Yuki Tsunoda. Let's see what sort of lap he puts in. Yeah, just Red Bull have done a solid job in that car. So fair play, even though I'm not their biggest fan, fair play to them. That livery is a one-off, I tell you. So Sector 1, Yuki Tsunoda's just put in a Sector 1 time. Still currently out on track at the moment. Let's see if he sets a lap time or he'll go down to the pits. Because sometimes this is what they do. They do one flying lap and they go into the garage. I can imagine you want to try and put in as many laps as possible because he's new to this car. So, yep, just on the Sector 2, green, but he's the only one setting a lap at the moment. It's round the straight he goes. Yuki Tsunoda about to cross the finish line to race the first time in the session, a 1 minute 32.571, his first lap in a Red Bull racing car. And yep, obviously he began to go a bit quicker than that, but for an opening lap, at least he's put a time on the board. And we have an Alpine out on track now. Is that Pierre Gasly or Jack Doohan? I think that is Pierre Gasly, who is just out to set a time here. Well, just about to begin here. Just about to start a lap. Or is that Jack Doohan? My thinking is Gasly. Or aborts that lap, it looks like. Because Haas was currently in his way. Anyway, the Alpine, I gotta say, their car is probably better than it was this time last year. Because this time last year, no doubt about it, they were the slowest team on the grid, Alpine. I know they made a comeback eventually, but yeah, it was quite slow. Let's get the narrative right here. Yeah, and that Alpine was quite slow last year. And this year is definitely better. But yeah, not really an awards. Oh, bit of a correction there on the Red Bull. Is that Sonoda? Yeah, I went for a bit of slides there. Yeah, no harm done. I know, it's Max, the number one Red Bull. Yeah, went for a bit of a slides there, but had it under control. Didn't go off the track or anything. That could have been a bit awkward. The McLaren is currently out on track now. This is Oscar Piastri, I believe, currently on board with now. You're lying and awake. Yes, I am, Adam. See, work great. Best have a rest, mate. Good morning to you, by the way. Yep, I went for sleep for about an hour. I went to bed for about an hour, so yeah, now I've woken up to do my live watch on the FP1. Of course, they had Yuki Tsunoda do his first lap in the Red Bull, his first flying lap, which that's a historic moment at his home Grand Prix. The McLaren driver not doing a flying lap yet. But yeah, that McLaren just looks to me unbeatable at the moment. I cannot see anyone beating the McLarens at the moment. Just unless we can dramatically do something with our car. Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin, wow. I mean, he needs a strong weekend because it's not been a good start to the season for him, has it? I mean, yeah, it's been a rather disappointing start. Nevertheless, 0 points from the first two races. Verstappen fastest at the moment with a 1 minute 30.738 seconds. Then Leclerc second, Carlos Sainz third, Lewis Hamilton fourth. Well, Albon fourth now, and Hamilton fifth. Fernando Alonso, the Aston Martin driver, about to put in the lap. And that green Aston Martin, gotta say, that Aston Martin does look nice, the green. Second, goes purple in sector 3. Wow, that's a good lap, that by Fernando Alonso on the hard tyres. Of course, some are running mediums, some are running softs. Like at the moment, Verstappen's on the soft, Yuki Tsunoda's on the softs, Antonelli is on mediums, Ocon on mediums, quite a lot are on mediums. Flamingo won 1-0. Oh, cool. That's a good win for Flamingo. George Russell here, currently on the lap. Green in sector 1, slightly down though on Verstappen's time. 50 minutes remaining in this session. George Russell here. Still on board with him. Oh, Alpine running a different driver instead of Jack Doohan in this session. Pierre Gasly obviously still on the Alpine, but yeah. George Russell purple in sector 2. Wow. This looks like a decent lap by the Mercedes driver. And like I said, he's had a strong start to the season as well. P3 in the last 2 races. Is he about to set the quickest time here? No, P2. Lost a bit of time in the final sector. But still, decent lap by George Russell. On board with Yuki Tsunoda again in the Red Bull Racing. Here we go. Puts a front wing onto my driver's car, Ollie Behrman, because I am an Ollie Behrman fan. Yuki Tsunoda, here we go. Down on his teammate Max, but let's see if this moves him up the time sheet a bit more. Of course, it's about getting to grips with the car, isn't it? So his target is going to be to try and get that Red Bull into fourth there for Yuki. Decent lap. Verstappen first, Russell second, Norris third, Yuki Tsunoda fourth. Now, sometimes in practice one, Rio is the younger driver in the Alpine. He must be the reserve driver. Because obviously you got Colapinto there, who looks like he's going to replace Doohan in a few races' time. Which that wouldn't surprise me, because he actually did really well last season in the Williams Colapinto. So it wouldn't surprise me if he does get his chance at some stage at the end of the day. Of course, like practice one really is like understanding where your car is at, and then practice two, teams seem to turn up their engines, and then practice three is preparing yourself for qualifying. And obviously, you have the normal qualifying session, don't you? Liam Lawson currently on the lap now in the Racing Bulls. I gotta say that Racing Bulls livery is beautiful. It's still my favourite livery on the grids this year. It really is. They've done a superb job with that livery. Liam Lawson here, currently on the hard tyres. Let's see what his time's like in Sector 1. Green, few tenths down on Verstappen, but he set a green. Of course, like the second Red Bull team had so many different names: Taro Rosso, AlphaTauri, and now Racing Bulls. Ferrari now moving out of his way. Not seen too much of the Ferraris yet. Hopefully there'll be some more onboard footage soon. Currently coming up the hill now, Liam Lawson. There's a Red Bull in front of him. No doubt about it. That Red Bull will move out of his way. Yes, it does. Liam Lawson will literally come across the finish line to post a time P13 so far, but that's only his first lap. Verstappen is in the pits. Oscar Piastri in the pits. Of course, Isaac Hadjar is the younger Racing Bulls driver. Lando Norris here. Showing a replay here. Will bounce off the curb a bit now, Norris. Little error there by the British driver. But he should be okay. Hopefully no floor damage or anything, because this is the thing. When F1 cars go over the bumps, they can do quite a lot of damage to their cars. Ollie Behrman here in the Haas. Look like Haas are running a one-off livery this weekend as well. Their car has a bit of pink on it. Here's our driver, Ollie Behrman. Still on the lap at the moment. Let's see what his first lap looks like. Yuki Tsunoda on the team radio just saying his Red Bull's bouncing a bit. Behrman here. Down quite a bit, yeah. I don't think this is going to be a proper lap, to be honest. Maybe he got held up in traffic, or he's just not pushing it too hard. Yeah, looks like he's backed out of it. maybe he's running a different program. Because sometimes in FP1, teams run different programs. They don't always show their true pace, do they, at the end of the day? But yeah, big up to every single one of you liking logs in this morning. Much appreciated. If you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? And make sure you are subscribing as well to my F1 channel. Link is in the title. It's also in the description as well to this video. So yeah, you know, like I said, I currently need 50 subscribers to start streaming on that channel. So yeah, the sooner we can get it up to 50 subscribers, we can start doing live streams and have fun on that channel. But yeah, big up to every single one of you. Currently 42 minutes and 55 seconds left in this session, the FP1 session. Of course, I've never done any sort of live watch on F1 before, so I thought, yeah, I'm in the mood to try this out. So, yeah, this is why I'm doing it, seeing how it goes and that. Of course, they do have FP2 as well, but I probably won't do that. I'll just do FP1 and then, you know, go back to bed. Qualifying, I might do a live watch on to the qualifying as well. And I might do the race as well. Yeah, like I said, this is an unknown territory for me because I've never done anything what is F1 related. As we're currently on a break at the moment, gone to commercial break, what Sky Sports do sometimes. Unfortunately, they go on the commercial break. But yeah, 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab a drink of water. And yeah, I'll be straight back with you guys. Don't go anywhere. Smash the likes. Just grab some water while the others are on. Right, got my glass of water. As we're currently still on a commercial break at the moment here in the UK because I'm currently watching on Sky Source F1. Of course, during the qualifying and the race and that, the coverage is ad-free, but obviously not during the practice sessions, which is a bit frustrating. But, you know, hopefully these efforts won't go on for too long. Yeah, the thing I'm most excited to see is where is the Ferrari at? Because obviously we've been really disappointing. You know, we had a shocking start to the season. You know, if Ferrari want to win the title, we've really got to come on top of this SF25. We really have. Otherwise, we don't sort it out soon. Our season is pretty much over, in my opinion. Then this campaign will be a write-off. I still believe we can unlock the SF25. Hopefully that will begin this weekend for us. Because the SF24 was a fantastic car. It really was, you know, very close to winning the Constructors last season. I know McLaren won it in the end, but at least we took it to the last race of the season. But this year so far, we are literally not in title contention. This is why we gotta unlock the SF25. Otherwise, to me, Yeah, it could be a long season and a potential write-off for me. So we'll see what happens this weekend. If we're still nowhere with the upgrades, then I think it's time to like hit the panic button. Here we go. Replay here, Yuki Tsunoda. Currently P5 at the moment. Oh, bit of a tank slapper there. Had to keep controlling the car, otherwise it made on a half spin. Yeah. Here we go. Here it is from another angle. Yeah, just had a bit of a tank slapper there, Yuki Tsunoda. Carlos Sainz in the Williams. What happened here? Box, remember, on the beginning in the front lane. He goes, oh shit, I missed it. Guys, thought we were at the end, sorry. Okay, so straight out, you're boxing again. Yeah, sorry, Hat. All being for school. Miscommunication there by the Williams team, not good. Because Carlos Sainz was meant to box. Max Verstappen replaying him. Oh, bit wide there. Dipped a tyre into the ground hole. Well, nearly. Went onto the curb a bit there. See, this Red Bull is still looking a bit of a handful. Fernando Alonso has gone purple in Sector 1. Wow. Currently on the hard tyres. Here comes Fernando Alonso. It's super weird, man. The car is just flexing a lot. That's what Max Verstappen just said. I do like water when it's cold. Lovely. Fernando Alonso here goes P10 with a 1 minute 31.35. 36 minutes remaining at this session. In this Friday FP1 session. Lance Stroll, obviously, he's had a decent start to the season. I mean, I'm not Lance Stroll's biggest fan, but fair play the way he started this season. It's been nothing short of incredible, people. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? It's absolutely getting the narrative right. What he's doing is just unreal at the moment, the last two races. Deserves credit. Like I said, you may not be his biggest fan, but he definitely deserves credit, Lance Stroll, at the end of the day. As the fans are currently packed the grandstands. Look at it. Look how nice the weather looks, man. Not a single cloud in the sky. On that aerial shot. They're currently chatting with the Aston Martin team principal at the moment on pit's wall. Sky Source F1. But yeah, Fernando Alonso, to me, really needs to get his season started this weekend. So far, Ocon is the slowest. Bortoletto, Nico Hulkenberg. But like I said, sometimes in FP1, they do run different programs and that, different setups. But Oscar Piastri just coming out of the garage in the McLaren. But if you are an F1 fan, make sure you are subscribing to my F1 channel. Link is in the title. It's in the description to this video as well. And pinned on top of the live chat and also in the description is my channel membership. I have a level 1 and level 2 membership. So you wish to help fund my YouTube channel, you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chats. But yeah, the Aston Martin currently out on track. Currently, in the moment, overtaking the Haas. This is Lance Stroll. Currently 16th at the moment. Lance Stroll, here we go, replaying him. Oh, being a tank slapper again for him. That's the second car what's had a bit of a tank slapper. Of course, he'll be starting his flying lap soon. Russell, George Russell. Fastest in the moment in the Mercedes. Oh, dips his hard onto the grass there. Onto the gravel. Went a bit wide. Currently on the lap though. No doubt about today. Dipping the tyre into the gravel was meant he would have lost a bit of time, unfortunately. George Russell, the male model. But yeah, he has had a good start to the season, 2 podiums. Unbelievable. Russell here. Oh, purple in sector 2. Wow. So despite running a bit wide, he still set purple in the second sector. Let's see what he can do in the final sector. As he's about to cross the finish line, does he improve on his time? Down a bit in the final sector, but yeah, still decent lap anyway. On board some McLarens. Oh, got a bit out of shape there in the McLaren. Lando Norris aborts that lap. Piastri still out on the track. Obviously, Piastri is a bit down in the first sector. Slightly up on the second sector. As he's about to cross the finish line now. And third goes P3 with a 1 minute 29.440. Not a bad lap there by Oscar. And this is replay of Lando Norris. He's currently P10 at the moment. Yeah, but went wide, went onto the curb. Did he dip a tire into the gravel? Almost. And then he got a bit out of shape aboard the lap. Bounced over the curbs again. I'm bit scruffy that from Lando Norris, I'm not going to lie. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda. Again, the spotlight on him and the spotlight on Liam Lawson. These are the two where they're going to be focusing the most, I feel, this weekend on Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson. Because obviously Tsunoda's been promoted, Lawson demoted. Yuki Tsunoda currently on their lap at the moment, so is Charles Leclerc as well. Oh, he's aborted the lap, it looks like. Hamilton's on an out lap at the moment. One for one, Yuki Tsunoda. Green in sector 2. He's gone green, green, green. Here's the final sector. Will he get close to Russell's sign? Probably not. But goes second. Wow. Good lap for that. 1 minute 29.172 for Yuki Tsunoda. The crowds would love that. Look at that, standing ovation by the Japanese crowds. 28 minutes remaining. Friday practice 1. Big up to every single one of you. Lines and locks in this morning. Much appreciated. You're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? As on this YouTube channel, I upload plenty of Manchester United content. I talk about loads of other things apart from football. And please subscribe as well to my Mr. Joshy J Futsal channel. Link is in the description. And please subscribe to my F1 channel. Link is in the title, and it's also in the description as well. Now, to start live streaming on my F1 channel, I need 50 subscribers. And I'm currently on 29 subscribers in the moment. So as soon as we can get up to 50 subscribers, we can start doing streams on my F1 channel. But this is why I'm doing it on my main channel, as I've not quite got up to the right amount of subscribers yet to start streaming on my F1 channel. So, yeah, this is why I'm doing it on here this morning on my main channel. But yeah, like I said, if you want to subscribe to my F1 channel, the link is in the title and in the description to this video as well. You'll be able to find it. But here is Max Verstappen on the lap. Delta, so Russell is seriously 3/10. Yeah, I think let's focus on ourselves. Don't need much reference time. Understood. Yeah, typical response there by Yuki Tsunoda. He always does some sort of response on the team radio. Here's Max Verstappen. Does he beat Russell's time? Nope, he goes P2 though, ahead of his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. The two Ferraris, here we go, the team in red, currently on the lap. Leclerc goes second. 1 minute 29.969. Lewis Hamilton, P6. Wow, not a great lap that by my driver. Wonder if he got held up in a bit of traffic, or he backs off in the last minute. Yeah, that's not really a good lap. Russell still P1 at the moment, currently on the lap. Bit scrappy out in the final turn. But yeah, improves on his time a little bit. Oscar Piastri currently on the lap as well. Russell. Piastri down a little bit in the second sector. He went green in sector 1, yellow in sector 2. Piastri, where does this put him? P9. Norris on the lap. He'll be looking to improve on this way because he looks a bit scrappy at the start in this session. Norris. Green, green. So it looks like this is a bit of an improvement. Final corner though. Bounce over the... Oh, wow. He is really finding that McLaren a bit of a handful. He's completely messed up them tyres. Wow. That is scrappy there from Lando Norris. Looks like he's just not happy with the balance of the car. When he's coming out in the final corner, he keeps going onto the curb and getting completely out of shape. Looks like he's just not happy with the balance in that McLaren for some reason. Very poor. It was looking like to be a much better lap as well. Here we go. Here's the replay of what happened. So he goes to brake and then bounce off the curb, and then completely just got out of shape. He's probably put some dirt onto the track as well. Yeah. Wow. Definitely not happy that McLaren. Liam Lawson on the radio. Just so you clear, I was well out of his way. Oh, did Norris feel he's a bit impeded there? Because to me, I don't think he was. Here's Leclerc on the lap. Green in sector 1. Snowden also on the lap as well. Well, lots of air time now in sector 2. Yellow. Leclerc held up there a bit by a kick Sauber car. It's a bit frustrating for him, but still P2 anyway. So the track is starting to get a bit more busier now. As we near the closing stages of Friday practice 1. Yuki Tsunoda 4th. Whoa, Albon. Whoa, locks up there. Bit of an error there by the Williams driver. Very lucky not to beach that in the gravel. Oh, horrible lock up that. He would have put a flat spot on them tyres, that's for sure. Probably wrecked them tyres. Currently 21 minutes left in this session. The current order at the moment, Russell fastest with 1 minute 28.712. Then it's Leclerc, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Alonso, Antonelli, Lewis Hamilton, Sainz, Lawson, Albon, Piastri, Hadjar, Stroll, Gasly, Norris, Bortoletto, the Alpine reserve driver, Behrman, Ocon, and Hulkenberg. That's your top 20. Hulkenberg has just gone P15. As we go to another ads break here in the UK. But so far, no yellow flags or red flags, but Norris having a bit of a nightmare session at the moment. But so hopefully, he'll be able to correct that. Things might be a bit better for him. But it's not looking too happy in the moment, Lando Norris, is he? It's not really looking too happy in the car. I'm pretty sure, he can make a setup change maybe for FP2, but it's just bouncing a bit off the curbs. Whether it's him or he has a bit of an issue in the car. But clearly not happy Matt McLaren at the moment, is he? But my team Ferrari, like I said, we really need a strong weekend. And Carlos Sainz as well could do for strong weekends because he's been a bit disappointing recently, hasn't he? Carlos Sainz. So he needs a strong weekend to kickstart his season at the end of the day. Still currently on an ads break at the moment, but just under 20 minutes remaining. A Friday practice one. Of course, like I said, I've never done anything with F1 and a live watched on, so I thought, let's give this a try, Let's make it a first. Of course, I've never done a race live before, a live watched on the Grand Prix. Never done qualifying. So, yeah. I mean, you must think I'm absolutely insane doing a live watch on to a practice session. But I'm tempted to try it out. Because work rate, best never rest, work rate. Let's get it right here, people. Big ups to every single one of you live and locks in this morning. Much appreciated. You're new to our YouTube channel, then why not consider hitting the subscribe button, as I upload plenty of Manchester United content on this YouTube channel, and I talk about loads of other things apart from football. And please subscribe as well to my Mr. Joshy J Football channel, and make sure you are subscribing to my F1 channel as well. Link to my F1 channel is in the title, and it's in the description as well. So, yeah. And like I said, once we get out to 50 subscribers, we can start live streaming on that channel as well. So, yeah, plenty of content to come your way. So, like I said, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button. But yeah, I went for sleep for just over an hour. Now I'm doing FP1. Oh, purple, green there. Lando Norris has just gone fastest with a 1 minute 28.549. He needed that because it's been a bit scrappy so far in his Friday practice on Alonso here. What happens here? Just showing a replay of him. Did he make a bit of an error here? Or are they just showing an aerial shot of him? Nope, it looks like that's just an aerial shot. Of course, the two Red Bulls very close to each other. Verstappen 5th, Tsunoda 6th. Norris fastest in the moment, ahead of George Russell. Looks like that Red Bull is ready to come back out on track. Both just getting a bit of clean at the moment. As Verstappen and Tsunoda are in the garage. Then Leclerc 3rd, Hamilton 4th. But even if Ferrari had a strong practice session, I'm not getting giddy about it because, we don't do that on here. We remain very cautious because it's race pace I want to see in qualifying. Because qualifying in a race, we need to improve. Because we've not been good enough in qualifying in a race. These first two races. Fernando Alonso here. 1 minute 20. .665 for Fernando Alonso. That puts him P7. The two Haas cars in the moment are slowest. Ollie Behrman on the softs. And Ocon on the mediums. So far, Ocon is the only one running the medium now. Under 15 minutes to go in this Friday practice 1 session. 3 minute .645. Antonelli yellow in sector 1. Of course, he did quite well in Australia, Antonelli, but not so good last time out in China. Well, not during the race, anyway. Of course, he moved up a couple places because obviously the two Ferrari cars got disqualified. And so here, what's his sign like? It looks like he's not pushing too hard. Looks like he's aborted this one. Ready to push again, or is he going to box? He's still out on track. But yeah, yellow, yellow, yellow. Yeah, he wasn't pushing. That looked like he aborted it. Of course, a lot of drivers are in the pits now. Bono there. I mean, it seems so funny that he's working with a different driver now. Because I was so used to him working with my driver, Lewis Hamilton. Now he's working with Kimi Antonelli. It does feel weird, I'm not going to lie. Very weird. Here we go, 12 minutes. Just over 12 minutes remaining. Nice bit of water in there. Max Verstappen here, replay here. What happens here? Went a little bit wide there. Oh, he locks up. Slight lock up there by the Red Bull driver. Not as bad as what Albon did though earlier. You know, that is what you call proper lock up. Just over 11 minutes remaining now. So we reached the business end of this Friday Practice 1 session. And the very first F1 live watched on I've ever done. But yeah, qualifying now. I think I'll definitely do a live watch on to the qualifying. Race, I might do the race as well. Yuki Tsunoda on the lap now. Leclerc team radio. How's the deceleration? Feels bad. Or is he talking about the tyre deck? Or he just had no deceleration. There's Racing Bulls just do pit stop there. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda, his first session in the Red Bull, I say it's been decent. Obviously, qualifying is going to be the big one for him. Is can he get that second Red Bull into Q3? Something what Liam Lawson has not been able to do this season. But obviously, Liam Lawson, you know, where is he at the moment? P13, but he's on an out lap as well. I do hope he can get into Q3, I really do. And I just want him to have a good weekend, Liam Lawson, you know, because I feel so sorry for him that he was thrown into the deep end. But it's not his fault. It's Red Bull's fault. They promoted him too soon, so they need to take accountability for it. They really do. Shocking. Norris still P1 at the moment. He's currently in communication with his race engineer. Here's Yuki Tsunoda. Liam Lawson now. About to start a lap as well, starting a flying lap. Liam Lawson, here we go. Now on a flying lap. Of course, racing balls, the environment of racing balls is a lot more friendly than the Red Bull 18. At the moment, at the 18, the environment just looks so toxic at the moment. But racing balls, it's a much more friendly environment. Liam Lawson, yellow in sector 1. Is he pushing hard or is he backed out here a little bit? Did he make an error? It looks like he has backed out this a little bit. So it looks like he's not pushing too hard. Or is he on a cool down lap? Maybe he is going to box. Behrman currently in the garage at the moment. Haas still the slowest two cars in this session so far, down in 19th and 20th. Liam Lawson here. Thirteenth, yellow, but really he was on the cool down lap because he wasn't really pushing too hard. But all the cars currently running softer tyres, apart from Ocon, who is still on the mediums. Norris P1. It's been a bit of a scrappy session by him. He's still top of the timesheets. So he'll be buzzing about that. George Russell and the Mercedes currently P2 at the moment. Alex Albon currently on the lap at the moment. Yellow in sector 1. Again, he's probably not pushing hard. 5 minutes remaining in this Friday practice 1 session. The top 20 in the moment is Lando Norris, then it's George Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Alonso, Hadjar, Antonelli, Sainz, Albon, the Alpine reserve driver Lawson, Gasly, Piastri, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, then the 2 Haas cars round up the top 20. Yellow. Albon clearly not pushing too hard there. Ocon here on the lap. He's gone green, green, green. So this will be a time he sets. What's that? P19. Up one position, goes ahead to my driver, Ollie Behrman. So Ollie Behrman is now P20, currently in the pits. Will we see him come out on track again, or is he just going to... Well, it looks like that McLaren's bouncing a little bit. Wow, look at Lando Norris. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Wow, unbelievable. His helmet really bouncing there. Oh, Mercedes runs wide there. Kimi Antonelli has put 2 tyres, wow, all 4 wheels into the gravel, and he's going to put a bit of sand out onto the track. Wonder what happened there. Did he lock up? Or did he have a half spin or something? But yeah, that's not ideal, that for Kimi Antonelli. Definitely going to have to abort that lap and probably wreck them tyres as well. Need to see a replay what happens, because they just cut to him when they put... here we go. Antonelli, what happens here? Yeah, lock up, and then, yep, went into the gravel or onto the grass. Yeah, I locked up. Well and truly locked up there. Similar to what Albon did earlier. He'll be a bit frustrated about that, I could imagine. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah. Not ideal, that. Bottas there in the garage. Of course, he's Mercedes reserve driver now. We mustn't get carried away. Yeah, I agree, Kai. 100%. You know, it's only FP1, mate. Good morning to you, by the way. It's free practice. Yeah, I know. I know it is. Like, but you know, couple drivers have made a bit of an error there in that corner. Shall be looking to resolve that. Yeah, I know. It's only practice. It's not really important. But yeah, good morning to you, by the way. And I probably will be doing a live watch on for the qualifying as well, and possibly the race. Has Lawson and Yuki made any errors yet? No, not really. Been very calm by them in this first practice session. As 10 seconds remain. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the clock turns red. So this is the end of practice 1. Bortoletto does not improve against Hassan Ocon in the Haas. Up to P18. My driver, Ollie Behrman, currently on a flying lap now. So it looks like Norris is fastest in this session. But it's not been a smooth session for Norris at all. Made a couple of errors. But yeah, he still has the fastest time. Ollie Behrman here. What's he going to do? Does he move up a bit? Yes, 18th. Ahead of his teammate, Esteban Ocon. So, yep, everyone is now pretty much completed their laps. Just need to wait for Russell, Leclerc to complete theirs. Carlos Sainz, P10 for him. Showing the replay here. Yep, locked up a little bit. Went into the runoff area. Yeah, but rejoins the track okay. Yeah, everyone's completed their laps now. So Lando Norris was fastest for 1 minute 28.549. Then second, George Russell, third, Leclerc, Hamilton fourth, Verstappen fifth, Tsunoda sixth, which I say that's solid for a first running in a Red Bull. Fernando Alonso seventh, Hadjar eighth, Anselli ninth, Sainz 10th, Albon 11th, then the Alpine reserve driver 12th, Lawson 13th, Gasly 14th, Piastri 15th, Lance Stroll 16th, Hulkenberg 17th, Behrman 18th, Ocon 19th, and Bortoletto 20th. Right, I am wrapping this up now, people. Thank you so much for watching my first ever F1 live watch along. It's been really good. I've really enjoyed this. I'm back off to bed now, and thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.